Pollard here with Rene Isip and at the beautiful Rene Isip's Toyota of Lewisville. And I thought we'd bring Rene in here into the room and so we kind of get to know him a little bit more on a personal level and maybe ask him a few questions so you guys can get to know him just that much more. So this is Rene Isip. I'm Haley Pollard. Can you maybe tell us your background in the car business, the car industry?
Well, Haley, I started back in 1984, and I started out as a salesperson selling Pontiacs and Hondas in Fort Worth, Texas, and I worked my way up from selling cars to being a finance manager, and then from finance manager to a sales manager. So I've kind of worked my way up the so-called car business ladder.
But you started out as a salesperson?
Started out started out in the trenches, you know, and learned the value of treating customers the right way. Because up to now, I've got people calling me. I've had the same cell phone number for over 20 years when cell phones first came out, and so I was fortunate enough that people keep on calling me even now, following me, saying I need a whatever car, even though I don't sell, even though it's not a Toyota, they call me and I'll still somehow find them a car. But I worked my way up and realized that, hey, this is a business that I want to, you know, hang my hat and make it a really career and retire with. So I started setting aside X amount of dollars and finally had an opportunity to be able to open this Rene Isip Toyota of Lewisville, and Toyota gave me that shot, and I'm very fortunate then. It's my very first store, and we've now been open for 5 years, and we're one of the top Toyota dealerships in Dallas-Fort Worth.
Well, and not to mention one of the most beautiful Toyota stores. We would kid around and say that this was the Toyota Taj Mahal because it was one of the biggest, newest, and definitely one of the most beautiful Toyota stores. So I have to congratulate you and tell you that you guys did a great job designing it, and being a local person here in the community, we know we like, you know, bigger, badder, and newer things, obviously here in the Flower Mound, Lewisville area.
Well, I'm hoping that you'll be able to share with the viewers, you know, our great facility. And when I was building this facility, I was very cautious that if, you know, you want to build a very nice place, then you got to be careful, because then you worry about what people are thinking. You know, how can they have such a nice place and sell cars at this price? You know, so you have to be there was a fine line, but the thing that I had to make sure was very important is that I took care of my employees. I remember growing up through the car business and the dealerships that I worked at, it was just a cold, uncomfortable feeling. You know, it was just a place to work, you know. And when we spend 10, 12 hours a day at a dealership or a place of work, you want to be comfortable. So, you know, I built this with my employees in mind first, and I wanted to make sure everything was warm. I wanted to make sure that we have a cafeteria here, a cafe, a deli.
The Avalon Cafe?
It's called Avalon Cafe, right? And that, you know, if they want to grab a good snack, a hot snack or something, it's there. It's available for them. I don't want them to have to worry about running out. You know, I built a place where it's very comfortable, warm, good furniture rather than, you know, hard chairs. You know, I've got nice leather seat chairs for them. We have a nice waiting area, a nice quiet area if people just want to read or get on their computer. You know, we have that, and we have, of course, the lounge with the TV. So it's a very nice place, and again, I hope you can show everybody that. But you know, it's something to be proud of.
Yeah, and not to mention your huge showroom where you can display, you know, all different makes and models, so people aren't out in the heat and in the rain and the wind. So it makes it really nice here, especially in our Texas summer, that, you know, it allows people to walk around here on the showroom and really take a look at what you guys have to offer.
Well, our showroom holds 21 or 22 cars, depending what size cars and trucks. As the trucks get bigger, of course, it cuts the space. But you know, our showroom holds about 21 cars and trucks, and it's just a nice. It's a sunken showroom. It's beautiful. You can find whatever car you want. We have every make and model, and what you do is you find the car that you like, you get in, sit in, and everything, and the salesperson will go chase for the actual vehicle that you know fits your need, and then you go for a drive rather than walk the lot and spend a couple hours looking for a car you want. Here we try to do it in a nice controlled, climate-controlled environment.
And you've really tried to emphasize this being more of a family store. I mean, I know that's something that's very important to you.
Oh, right. Well, it is. You know, my whole philosophy is, again, try to take care of my employees, because if I take care of my employees, I know they're going to take care of the customer, and customers are going to be happy. We have a Hispanic department that's a father, a son, and a son's wife. And so we have a little family in there that's runs our Hispanic department, and they're very successful. They really take care of the Hispanic community. You know, my son, who's 23, he works here. He's the used car manager, and he's learning his skills at the dealership. And he also spent some time. We have another store, and we just opened a year ago, Honda Cars of Katy in Katy, Texas, and facility is similar again. You know, with a deli and the big showroom, and you know, he spends a little time there. So you know, he's honing his skills and you know, growing in the business.
And be able to follow in your footsteps, right?
I hope so.
Yeah.
He wants to.
What would you say is your sales and marketing philosophy?
Well, you know, marketing is, I want to market to basically our customers that are, you know, been with us for a long time. You know, we want to keep them going back to our customers. You know, we want to make sure we take care of our customers. Most of the things that we do is always calling our customers, make sure they're happy, make sure they let their friends know that, you know, that they bought a car and they were treated well. So most of my marketing is basically taking care of the customer. We are now going into the 21st century, what I call 21st century marketing, and that's basically, you know, communicating with the World Wide Web. You know, it's such a lot of big unknowns in there, and you know, I'm not very versed in you know, it's the World Wide Web, but you know, what we're trying to do is let people know through the World Wide Web about Toyota of Lewisville, about Honda Cars of Katy, and you know, how we do business and how we take care of our customers, or the facility that we have.
Right. So this is your first dealership? I know you mentioned Honda Cars of Katy, but this is your first dealership?
This is the very first dealership that I own. I've worked for 3 other dealers in my, you know, lifespan in the car business. This is the very first store that I've owned, and now like I said, Honda Cars of Katy is a year old. We've been here for 5 years. I've owned this for 5 years.
Rene, thank you so much for taking your time out of your busy schedule to let everybody know just kind of a little bit more personal level. So this is Rene Isip, and I'm Haley Pollard from Toyota of Lewisville. Thank you.